So many times when we do the accident investigation and we do the report writing, there are some issues will come up that the report writing was not proper, and that report we have to present in front of the management. So there will be some gaps in the report writing, and there will be some issues also. And during the incident investigation and the report writing, we could not identify the proper things, and the report writing is not properly. So many issues will come up. So today what I'm going to do is I'm showing you one of the accident case, and we're going to study that case also, and how we can write the report properly so we can understand how we can avoid this issue in our organization where we are working, to avoid the report writing issues. Okay, so please be with me. So we'll start our training, and please do not forget to like my videos and subscribe my channel, and you can share with my videos with your friends and colleagues also. So thank you so much for your time and support. Let's start our training. So accident case study. In this one, we will go through one of the accident where one worker was severely injured in a welding accident. Overview of the accident. You are a member of the safety committee and you have been notified to report to the maintenance department to conduct an investigation of an accident. One worker has been taken to the hospital with severe burns and heart arrhythmia from contact with an electrical source. You and your group must conduct an accident investigation and write a report to determine the root cause and recommend corrective action. So this is the scenario. Now I'm showing you in this one accident case chronology. What happened? The time wise I'm showing you. 7 a.m. maintenance technician Madeline Hurt arrives to work. 7:02 a.m. Hurt unlocks tool chest. After that, Hurt turns on arc welder without area safety check. He didn't check the area safety. After that, Hurt notices and ignores water on floor in department. Hurt searches for welding gloves, can't find them. Hurt resumes work on a welding job from previous day. Table is not adjustable. Part cannot be reoriented. Hurt stops over the attempts to weld at odd angle. After that, Hurt cannot properly weld hard to get at section. Then Hurt lowers to left knee and contacts water on floor. Hurt resumes welding and is knocked unconscious. He got electric shock. Bill Smith, co-worker, finds her unconscious, calls 911. Ambulance arrives 8:03 a.m., cares for and transports victim. Bill Smith notifies you. Okay, so this is the chronology of the case, how the accident happened time wise. What he did since starting till he got electrical shock. Now, how we should write the report properly. First of all, in this one, it is unacceptable that date, time of incident. How you should not write date and time. You are writing that 1996 November 30 about 7:15. 7:15. What is that? It doesn't make any sense. Acceptable date and time. How it should be. 11:30 30 96. Month, day, and year. So this is the month of November. 30 November 1996. Time 7:15 a.m. So this is the properly you have to write the time. Now the comments. Be consistent and accurate with dates and times. Accurately reconstructing the accident may depend on accurate time frames. So the consistent means if you are writing the date and time and the month year in this format, you have to consist in the same way. Do not change the format in the other way. So you have to follow exactly the same way. Definitions. Accident with injury. Severity is not a factor. Accident without injury, vehicle or property damage results. Near miss. Had timing been different, injury, property damage would have resulted. So near misses, accident could resulted but didn't result. Resulted in that self-explanatory. Now, unacceptable. You are writing the name Mary Hurt. What is the full name of the person who got injury? You have to write down the full name. Madeline B. Hurt. Use full legal names only. The use of nicknames can sometimes cause confusion. So do not use the nickname whenever you are writing any incident investigation report. If legal concerns arise, correct names will become important. Review personal records as needed. You can use his passports, you can use his offer letter, you can use his ID to get the full name. Assigned job, maintenance man. It is unacceptable. Assigned job, maintenance technician. You have to use the proper name of the job. Use the full duty titles as it appears in their job descriptions. Review personal records as needed. If you need any personal records, review them. Length of service, how long he was working in the company. Almost 15 years, about 12 years on this job. Not acceptable. So length of service, 14 years, 11 months. You have to write down the months and the years accurately. 11 years, 10 months on this job. Be consistent and accurate with time frames. Review personal records as needed if you need the proper information. Do not write down and do not assume that he was working in 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. It doesn't make any sense. Unacceptable. Location of accident. Maintenance department. Where? Maintenance department adjourns to arc welding machine. Serial number of the arc welding machine. This is the one. SW corner of room. So this is the proper way of writing the location of accident. Fully describe the location and pertinent surroundings. The location can sometimes contribute to the accident also. Accuracy is also needed for reconstruction. Unacceptable. How accident occurred. Now you are writing how the accident happened. You are writing that Maddie was zapped by the green welder, real dirty one, when she put her knee in water, knee leaking from the drinking fountain, which Dad was supposed to fix Tuesday. I feel real bad about this. It's not acceptable. In this, sufficient for you to understand what happened? I don't think so. It is not sufficient to understand what has happened. Can the root cause be determined? We can't determine the root cause by these statements. Can you develop measures to prevent recurrence? No. Specifically, what is wrong with this narrative? What is the wrong? Acceptable. How accident occurred? The employee received a high voltage electric shock. What is high voltage? What is the voltage? It is 220 volt, which incapacitated her. At the time of the accident, she was welding a T-joint on mild steel with the voltage regulator set at 110 amperes. She knelt on her left knee to obtain a better angle for the weld, not realizing that water was leaking from a drinking fountain on the other side of the partition, separating the maintenance department from the general facility. After that, the working surface was poured cement. Arc welding machine serial number, this one, was being used at the time. The non-conductive handle grip was cracked, which caused an electrical short, causing the injury. The water leak was a contributing factor. Okay. So this is the way you have to write the cause, what happened, the real, how accident occurred. In this way, you have to write down. This is the acceptable way. After that, how accidents occur. Comments. Preventing reoccurrence by allowing reconstruction of the accident should be the primary outcome. So the primary outcome of the accident investigation is that you have to avoid the reoccurrence of that particular accident. Use of irrelevant information such as your feelings may disguise the causes of the accident and hinder the investigation. So do not use that thing. Accuracy is very critical for the reconstruction. At this point, you should not affix blame. The object of the investigation is to determine the root cause, not find the fall guy. So do not do that thing. Do not put blame on anyone person when you are writing any report. Do not say that it is a mistake of that person. He was doing the things wrongly, so that's why it's come out. So the main purpose of the accident investigation to find out the root cause and to correct that root cause. So the same incident will not occur again. Unacceptable. What factors lead to the accident? Dad ignored water fountain work order request. Maddie never checks her equipment right. Maddie has trouble following directions. I'll try and get my points across better in the future. So this is not the correct way. Is this sufficient for you to develop preventive measures? No. You can't develop the preventive measures. Can the root cause be determined? No. What was the root cause? We can't identify. Specifically, what is wrong with these statements? So, so the acceptable format. What factors lead to the accident? Possible lack of timely repair of the leaking drinking fountain. So the leaking drinking fountain was not repaired in timely basis. Possible lack of training in proportional equipment checks. Didn't check the equipment. Lack of policy for pre-operational equipment checks. Lack of an adjustable welding table surface. Possible lack of proper inspection of the welding area. Didn't check the welding area properly. Possible lack of hot work permit. Didn't obtain a hot work permit and start the work in the previous hot work permit. What factors lead to the accident? Stick to the facts. If needed, break the sequence of events down chronologically. Okay, one step by step down, break down the sequence. Avoid affixing blame. Think logically and objectively. Think about what was missing from the safety equation. What engineering controls failed or were missing, unavailable. Take care and check the engineering controls as well. What administrative controls were lacking or unavailable? Is there any administrative control should be there and it is not there? And check the PPE things related also. If the PPE is present was there or the PPE was not available. Now the unacceptable part of body injured was shocked, real bad. Now the investigation report is asking part of body injured and you are writing that was shocked, real bad. This is not acceptable. Part of body injured, you have to write down sustained severe electrical burns, second degree. What was the degree of burn? First, second, or third? To the left knee and left hand, palm, thumb, and first digit. Minor heart arrhythmia confirmed by the emergency room, also sustained because of electrical discharge. So this is the real and this is the acceptable comments and the statement for the part of body injured. Now the comments. Full describe the extent of injury. You have to describe properly. Review medical records if needed. If you want, read the medical records which is given by the doctor as they are mentioning how it has happened and what was the issue. Investigation comments. Now you are writing your comments. You are an investigator and you are writing your comments. Bill from maintenance asked me to respond to the accident scene a couple of minutes after it happened. I arrived soon thereafter and completed this report. That's not acceptable. So as an investigator, what are the comments you have to put? Maintenance technician Bill Smith notified me this much of time that a severe electrical injury had been sustained by the Madeline B. Hurt. I arrived at the accident scene at approximately that time. AM, the victim had already been transported by the ambulance to No Hope Hospital. This report is the result of my investigation. So this is your comment as an investigator, and in that way you have to put the comments. Now, accident investigation report, investigator comments. What are the comments you have to put? Describe the facts surrounding your involvement. Identify key names, places, and time frames. Do not forget the key names and the places and time frames. Think logically and objectively. Do not be afraid to reword in the interest of clarity. Don't be redundant. Save your comments for the proper place in the report. So that you have to do. After that, specific actions that will be taken. Now you are right in the specific action that should be taken. Get the water fountain fixed. Have Maddie checks her equipment every time. Discipline Maddie for not following directions. Try and get my point across better in the future. So you are writing the specific action that will be taken. So this is not acceptable. Is it sufficient to ensure completion of corrective actions? No. Can estimated completion dates be identified? No, because you are not giving any dates here. Have action items be assigned to a specific person? You are not assigning this task to someone. Is anyone held accountable to ensure completion? No. So how it should be. The specific actions that will be taken. Establish responsible parties for action items. Who should take the action for these things? You have to put the name properly and clearly. Ensure a priority system is in place for repair of equipment. Ensure timely repair of facility equipment is accomplished. Determine if training or retraining needs to be conducted for the welder or the other peoples. Conduct training or retraining before similar work is performed. Assess if an adjustable welding table surface is needed. Review and update related safety policies and procedures because the policy didn't work here properly and the procedure didn't work here properly. That's why this accident happened. And you have to review your risk assessment as well. Review and update current professional welding requirements, hot work permits, safety checklists, and certain other things, and ask co-workers for their input. Do not forget this point. You have to ask the co-workers for the input also because they are the person who is always be there and they will do that work. So they have the better understanding about the work and they should have sometimes they have the better understanding about the control measures so they can give you the good idea also. Now, questions to be considered. So whenever you are doing any investigation and you are interviewing to the person, so what you have to ask, what caused the injury to occur? Do you believe there is a single cause to this accident that, if removed, would have prevented it? Do you believe there are multiple causes? Are multiple OSHA standard violations involved? What could upper management have done? What could the supervisor have done? What could the co-workers have done? To what extent is a lack of written policy responsible? What written policies needed to be developed? To what extent is a lack of training responsible? Were the hazards associated with welding fully understood? So as you can see here, all the questions which we are asking is the open-ended questions. So whenever you're doing the accident investigation, never ask the closed-ended questions. Always you have to start your questions what, do, what, where, when, how. So these are the things you have to use. If you will ask the closed-ended questions, you will not get proper information. Now, accident case facts. What are the facts we can get with this accident investigation? So we find out that safety discipline was weak. So that's why the employee didn't follow the safety properly. Training deficiencies probably exist. Welding safety program not used, not existent, or ineffective. Welding safety program was not properly maintained and implemented. Hot work permit not used, not existent, or ineffective. Maintenance department allowed lone wolf situation. Hazards associated with welding not fully understood. PPE lack of welding gloves may have prevented contact if there will be the PPE. Repair priority system not used, not existent, or ineffective. Supervisor did not have established rounds in department. Written safety procedures not used, not existent, or ineffective. Written safety procedures did not address lone wolf situation. And engineering controls may be a factor. Lack of adjustable table. So these are the key facts about the accident investigations. So once you identify the key facts, what you have to do, you have to take the control measures and you have to put the implementation also then. So that's all from my side. I hope you have learned about the accident investigation report writing, how you should write the report and what you should not do while you are writing the report. Because when you are writing the investigation report, that report will go to the very high level. So that's why when you are writing the report, you have to be very sure, you have to be very specific, you have to be consistent to the report and exactly the same format you have to follow throughout the report. So inconsistency should not be there in the investigation report. Okay. So thank you so much for your time and patience. That's all from my side. I hope you like my videos. Please do not forget to subscribe my channel and like my videos and do share with your friends and colleagues. Thank you so much for your time. So see you in the next video.